Today I'm going to show you exactly how to insert a calendar date picker in Excel, step by step. Open your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. I'm starting with a blank workbook, but any existing file works the same. Click the Home tab at the top of the ribbon. Look for the Add-ins group on the right side of that Home tab, click Add-ins, and from the small drop-down that appears, choose Get Add-ins. If Add-ins isn't on your Home tab, it's on the Insert tab in the same spot, so go there and use that one. The Office Add-ins window opens, and it'll load for a second before the search bar appears at the top left. If it's your first time, the Office Store may take a couple of seconds to connect. Now click inside the search bar at the top left of that window. Type Mini Calendar and Date Picker and press Enter. The results populate and you'll see a handful of calendars with similar names. Find Mini Calendar and Date Picker by Vertex 42. I'd skip the ones with a trial badge or a subscription note because they'll nag you later, and Vertex 42 is free. Click the green Add button next to the Vertex 42 result. A permissions dialog pops up asking you to confirm, so click Continue. The add-in may take a few seconds to install. You'll see the mini calendar pane slide out on the right side of the workbook. Wait a few seconds for the month grid and arrows to finish loading. Now select a target cell where you want the date to land. I'll click cell B2 so we have a clear target. Make sure that's the right cell before you pick a date, because the add-in writes to the active cell immediately. In the calendar pane, click a date. The date is highlighted as you hover over it. I'll click the 10th. The date appears in B2 instantly. You can see it in the formula bar as well. If you see a serial number like 45,000 something instead of a readable date, don't worry. That just means the cell was set to general format, and we'll fix that after the picker is working. Use the arrows at the top of the calendar tool to change months or years. The left and right arrows step 1 month at a time. The middle label opens the month and year view, and that's the faster way if you need to jump far. Click the month label and choose a different month, or use the year arrows to move to another year. I'll click the right arrow once so you can see it move to the next month. The month label above the grid updates to match. The date picker always writes into the active cell, so if you want another date in a different cell, just select that cell first. I'll click C2, then click a different date in the calendar. That date lands in C2 and the calendar stays open, so you can keep picking without reinstalling anything. If the wrong cell gets the date, press Ctrl-Z to undo it, then select the correct cell and click the date again. Once you've got a date in a cell, the next thing most people hit is the number formatting issue. If your date shows as a serial number, select the cell, go back to the Home tab, open the number format dropdown, and choose short date or long date. The cell updates immediately to a readable date. I prefer short date because it keeps the column narrow. Long date shows the day of week, like Tuesday, January 10th, 2025. If you want the date picker to respect a particular format from the start, format the cell before you click a date. The picker will then use that format automatically. To close the calendar pane, click the X at the top right of the pane. It doesn't delete your dates, it just closes the tool. When you need it again, go to Add-ins, click My Add-ins, and select Mini Calendar and Date Picker from the list. If that button ever disappears, just reopen the add-in from the same menu. Your dates stay in the workbook either way. If this got the date picker working for you, give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.